Bobo C Tiberius here with round 1 of a Modern League using Black-White Soul Sisters. We like this hand a lot. We like that we can cast the black mana without having to worry about getting hurt. We have an early Soul Sister into Squadron Hawk, which is just fine. We are on the draw, so we will have to temper our Squadron Hawks a little bit, but we can keep this hand safely thanks mostly to the Path to Exile. Opponent starts with a tap Stomping Ground, so we could be facing a Valakut deck here, which this hand would not be as good against. We could be facing a slower burn deck or a slower zoo deck. If those are the cases, we're very happy. But something tells me this is going to be Scape Shift, which is not a very favorable matchup for Soul Sisters. Blackcleave Cliffs says Jun now. No, we're playing Dredge. Cathartic Reunion into Narcomoeba, and Stinkweed Imp says Dredge. And Dredge can be a pretty favorable matchup for us here. Drawing a lot of land to cast the Archangel, so we're very happy about that. We will be able to get 2 Squadron Hawks here. Turn Always Yes on for the Soul's Attendant. We're going to be gaining a lot of life from their creatures, which is nice. But we should curve into an Archangel pretty quickly here before they can kill us with damage. Go up to 21 life and swing in for 1. We got all 3 Squadron Hawks. I don't really want to draw Squadron Hawks, so I will discard one of them. We'll keep the path around. They'll trigger Bloodghast here. Give us some life. And trigger their Amalgam. At this point in the game, we feel pretty comfortable with what we can do, especially since they seem to be missing on. They haven't hit anything yet, so that's a bummer. But we can't even path it. An early Conflagrate here for them shows just how afraid of the sister they are. But that's okay. We don't mind that too much. We will do it this way with a tap Squadron Hawk. Tap Godless Shrine. And we'll pass all the way to their turn. 22 life is pretty good. Let's get in for 1 here. Start putting pressure on. We're going to path the Prized Amalgam, and then next turn cast Spectral Procession. If we draw a Sister, we would then cast Sister into Spectral Procession, which would pretty much win us the game. Very happy with how this is going for game 1. We'll let them hit us for 2 and path a Prized Amalgam. Perfectly good use of a path there. Very happy to be able to get one of their Prized Amalgams off with the path. We'll go down to 20. They have not hit a Creeping Chill here, but they will be able to dredge a Stinkweed Imp here, if they so choose. But they drew from Faithless Lily. They didn't have anything to dredge to start with, so they're not getting off to their best start, really. And we're doing just fine with where we are. Stitcher Supplier comes down, allowing them to drop nothing that dredges into their graveyard. They can loam here if they find it, but they're not really finding what they need to find. We'll start with a Ghost Quarter, and then we'll cast Spectral Procession here and get 3 tokens. They need a way to kill Archangel, or Archangel's just going to block and make our flyers huge. We'll get in the air for 1, get him down to 11. And pass the turn. Things still going very well for us. They dredge a Stinkweed Imp, they find an Amalgam, And I thought they had a Bloodghast in there still. Let's make their graveyard just a little bit bigger here. Push it over here so you can see it. Yeah, so they have to get the Amalgam out. They can still dredge, but we're good to go for a while. They'll come in for 4 here. 5. We'll go down to 15. They're thinking. And they play a Stinkweed Imp, which does stop us from using Archangel of Thune offensively. We can only use Archangel of Thune defensively now, which is mostly fine. We're flooding a little bit. At this point, we would prefer to not draw any more lands. We would love to draw some more creatures here. We'd love to draw Sister, honestly. So we will not attack. We don't want to lose these creatures until they're putting good pressure on. They hit their first Creeping Chill, so they do gain some life on us. They're down to 25 cards in their library. They have finally found a life from the loam, so they have not had a good start to this game while we've had a fine start. We're very happy to take game 1 this way, if we're able to. They're still, yeah, they conflagrate an Archangel of Thune. So now we're a little bit in trouble. We do need a life gain creature. They were able to hit exactly what they needed to hit on Archangel of Thune to conflagrate it. We get another Spectral, which is okay. That does give us blockers. And we'll cast a Hawk. And get in for 4 here. They will trade and take 3. Them being able to conflagrate was very good for them. They find some Narcomoebas. Now we're in worry mode. Because even if we cast a Sister here, it's difficult to stop them from hurting us. So we have to block. We'll leave up the 1/1. We'll just take the 1. It does mean we could get Crippling Chilled out of the game next turn. In theory, they don't. They have a Stinkweed Imp. So at this point, we just need to protect ourselves from the Amalgam. We would love to hit a Sorin here, give everything lifelink. Let's fetch. Let's fetch a Godless Shrine tapped. Honor of the Pure is not enough. It's good, but it's not enough. We'll take it. That would deal 10, but they have 4 flying blockers. I took Mistveil Plains out of the deck earlier, which would have allowed me to bottom a Hawk, so I could get another Hawk. Unfortunately, that's not an option here. If they hit double Crippling Chill, we're dead. We're dead to double Crippling Chill. We're dead. we're probably just dead. Let's be real here. We're probably just dead. Them being able to conflagrate the Archangel of Thune was such a good play for them. They can put Bloodghast in at haste. There's one Crippling Chill. They only get one. Get us down to 2. Life from the Lone is going to get the Bloodghast and kill us here. So they're somewhat greedy. Conflagrate for 1 on our sister ends up being what wins them this game. They come in with everything. Is there even a way? I don't think there is. We would have to be able to, we can block 6, but they're hitting with 7. Just to be sure. Block here, block here. Block all the amalgams. Block 1 of the imps and still take 3 and die. 4. There's another Narcomoeba hiding there, so we take 4 and die. Unfortunate to lose that way, but we have a lot of sideboard for them. Worship shuts them down well. Obviously, Extirpate, very good. Ruined Halo, very good. We're going to take out some of the graveyard stuff here. There's an argument to just go really low on the curve and try to beat him that way. Honor of the Pure is just okay. We'll take it out for now and see where we get. We'll take out the Lingering Souls. Sorin can come down and give everything lifelink, which they're not good at answering that. So I think we send it like this. I feel like there's an argument to cut a Sorin and bring back 1 to 2 of the honors, as they can just help me curve. Yeah, let's bring in some number of the honors. We don't want to cut all of them, I think. And we will cut instead. We're at 61. Oh, there it is. I was like, what did I do? I'm moving stuff around. So we'll send that. We're okay with this. We will take the play and see a no-land hand and have to mulligan it. Extirpate in Windbrisk Heights with the Spectral Procession ends up being very good, actually. The unfortunate thing is if we see a land on top here, it doesn't matter because we have to Windbrisk Heights it. We'll keep that on top because that's okay to Windbrisk Heights. There's not something better. If we can't take anything better, we take that. With the way this is going to line up, when Honor of the Pure is perfectly fine, and that's what we'll end up having to take. And pass. We would like to see a fetch land or a shock here. They start with another tapped land, which is the slow way to start, so we're okay with that. We get a tapped land here. And we will hit a worship and pass the turn. So we're in very good shape here. We will have to shock in the Spectral Procession, but we can then immediately attack with it and cast the worship. They get an Narcomoeba off of Stitcher Supplier, so they're not getting off to a good start per se. We love that Ruined Halo. We will pay, and we will cast the Spectral Procession. And if they can't stop it, we can cast a Worship and pretty much just win this game. Hit a second land. Fetch. We'll take some damage here. We're a life gain deck. Cathartic Reunion gives them the life from the loam. Ooh, Dark Blast coming in is a bummer. Do we just... No, do we just take the Dark Blast at this point? Dark Blast is very good against us. No, I think we bring in the Honor of the Pure. Is, I think, going to be the play. We would want to put the Worship in first. But if we put the Honor of the Pure in, their Dark Blast is irrelevant. This sets up perfectly for what we want to do. We can actually now just get both in and not really worry about extirpating things. We can save the extirpate for... I think we named Amalgam with the Rune Halo, and then take Bloodghast as soon as we see it with the Extirpate. If we can. We might not have the opportunity to do that, unfortunately. But we will get in for 6 here. And just be very aggressive. Oh no, we mistapped there. Oh, that's bad. That's okay though. We don't need the Worship immediately. We can hold up Path, hold up Extirpate. And we've saved ourselves from being Dark Blasted here. So there is a Bloodghast. They will cast Life from the Loam here, I imagine. And we are going to Extirpate the Bloodghast here. That way they can't get a land and put it into play. We see some Stinkweed Imp, we see a Dark Blast, we see an Assassin's Trophy, so that's a bummer. But that's okay. What did they bring in? They brought in just trophies. Looks like they just brought in Dark Blast and trophies. Dark Blast could be main. We don't know. It's unlikely it is, but could be. And we let them get their lands. They can't now... they can Conflagate if they wanted to. Stitcher Supplier comes down. And now they have to discard something. They discard the Stinkweed Imp. Play a Ghost Quarter here. Get in for 6. And they block with Narcomoeba. We will cast the Worship. And the only way they get us here is with a really lucky set of Crippling Chills. They hit it with 1. That's fine. It's done its damage at this point. Still have yet to hit a Crippling Chill. Did they take the Crippling Chills out? I don't think so. That can't be right. Cathartic Reunion. Dredging Stinkweed Imp for some Narcomoebas. They will hit their Amalgams now, so now we can cast Rune Halo into the Amalgams. They do still have their trophies, or their one trophy. Trigger the prize amalgam a bunch of times. Getting all of them back, I think. No, just 3. We get a land. Name prized amalgam with the Runed Halo. Get in the air for 4. They can try to double block or block Dark Blast here. We're gonna 2 for 1, or we're gonna get them here. Not lose our spirit. We do not want to lose our spirit here. And next turn we'll be able to cast Archangel of Thune. We'll also have a land in case we draw a sister to then sister Archangel of Thune. And they will Dark Blast our spirit token here, getting themselves down to 4. No, the Assassin's Trophy. Okay. We do get a land off of the Assassin's Trophy. So they hit us for 9, 10 next turn and Conflagrate. I feel like it was a mistake to not take the worship, but I'm down to 3. So they need to be able to conflagrate us and all the tokens, which math says they can, especially if they have double life from the loan. But they won't have the mana to do it if they have double life from the loan. Are they setting up to do it next turn? No. There it is. That does it. Four to us, 4 to the spirits. Do they have enough lands? They're counting. X is 3, so they got us. They got us on the nose. That's a bummer way to lose. In theory, we could have kept up to attack with the prized amalgams. They just had to have the perfect hand, and they did. So we should have prepared for it. Oh. They didn't hit it right. What did I miss here? We both missed something. Oh, the way. So I guess because everything died at once, it only okay, sure. Oh, okay. Wow. Learn something new every day. Learn something new every day. So they can't beat me at this point, so we get to game 3. And hope for the best here. So I guess because we still controlled the spirits when it did the damage, we were able to stay alive. We just now need to gain some life off Archangel of Thune, and they don't really have a way to kill Archangel of Thune. Unless they have another Confligate, which they should be able to cast again. Right? Yeah, we get there. Bummer for them. We didn't understand the interaction as well as we should have either. That's why we play these games. We play these games to learn. So, very excited to pull off the upset there with the Spectral Procession and try to stay alive in this matchup. It's a 50-50 matchup for sure. We love this hand. We have no issue with this hand. Being able to cast a Rip early is really good. We'll actually take our time with this and not lose life. But having Rip, Honor the Pure, and Rune Halo with a sister seems very, very good. This is where they cast Life from the Loam to start dredging. Oh no, here's the Cathartic Reunion. They discard... What did they discard? 2 Narcomoebas is what they get. Narcomoebas don't see anything and therefore don't really do all that much. Start with the Rest in Peace, and then next turn we'll play Honor the Pure into Soul's Attendant. They do have a Nature's Claim. You expect that. You expect them to keep a hand with Nature's Claim for the Rest in Peace. They're very aggressively hitting their mana here. Very aggressively attacking their life total here. I mean, not their mana. We are now safe from Dark Blast. Or safer from Dark Blast. And we get a sister. Pass the turn. We love how this hand is shaping out. We would love to draw another land here. They see Narcomoeba, which sees Amalgam. Come in for 2. Again, being very aggressive with their life total here. Really going for an early move. Life from the Loam for a Bloodghast. Gives us a life. Sorry about the wait and the noise there. They get their Amalgam back. Let's actually always yes to this to save ourselves some time in case this game keeps going long. will get some tokens, gain some life. We're now presenting enough power to where they have to be very careful how they attack. We'll pass the turn. Hope to draw land next turn in this game. They're down to 13, 5 cards in hand to our 3. We are showing enough life to do what we need to do. We are pretty much out of conflict gate range, pretty much out of range of just about everything. We don't even have to block here. I'm almost of the mind to path my own spirit and just get there with Archangel of Thune. I think we actually will do that aggressively if they go after us here. Yeah, let's do it. Let's win this game. Let's path our own spirit, one of our own spirits here. Be very greedy. Get a swamp, just in case shenanigans happen. And cast Archangel right away. If they can't present an answer to this, we just win the game. They Assassin's Trophy it. So that is like an answer. It still triggers. So we'll get in for 6 here. See if they send all the Narcomoebas at one of the spirits. They will. We still feel very good about our ability to win this game, especially now that we have the land for now that we have the Extirpate, we have the Runed Halo, we have a lot of ways to stop them from doing anything. We'll continue to take damage until we have to block. Faithless Looting here. Cathartic Reunion. They're trying to get to the bottom of their deck very quickly, put things into play. There's a Narcomoeba to trigger things. It will gain us a life. Some blood gas come down. And gain us some life. So we'll name Bloodghast now with Runed Halo, since we can hold up Extirpate. Play that, not take life. That stops us from taking damage, and we don't have to worry about blocking. Get in for 3 here. We like that the Extirpate can answer prized amalgams. And that we should be high enough in life total with the ability to generate enough of a clock to where they can't really do anything to stop us. Stinkweed Imp is a problem. But we can kind of just hold on until they run out of steam. Light from the Loam. Let's actually take the Conflagrate here while the taking is good. We don't want them to be able to hit us with any direct damage. They still have some prized amalgams, 3 dark blasts. So we're fine. Everything's fine right now. We just need to find a way to kill that stinkweed out. Stitcher Supplier comes down, taking him down to 6, pushing us up to 21. And they'll hit us for 4. Yeah, seems overkill, but okay. We have to draw a creature now, though, because if they get anything that can well, I don't think they can't kill any of our enchantments here. They can just hit us for 4 turns, so we would love to hit another Spectral Procession. Stinkweed Imp. They're attacking with Stinkweed Imp. Does that mean they have a second Stinkweed Imp? That would be a problem. They do appear to have a second Stinkweed Imp, so they're holding us back pretty well with that. We are flooding here in a really not productive way. We could just lose this to flood. Come over for 4. Any token generator would help here. They're going to cast an Archamoeba here. Oh no, cast a Prized Amalgam, giving us a life. These just aren't helpful. Wow. Our deck is kind of... We're perfectly fine putting all that on the bottom, honestly. Get through some of the chafe of the deck. Like, yeah, another Sister would be fine, but we just as much want to draw an Archangel of Thune here, or a Pridemate, or a Sorin, or literally anything that isn't those things. We'll take 6. Ruined Halo for the Amalgam is great. So that buys us some time to draw something better. They can still fly over pretty well. That's their best bet here, is flying over. But they can only do that for so long. We really want to draw some Spirit tokens. Maybe we don't side out all the Lingering Souls in this matchup, because casting 2 Spirits right now would be just fine. They will send the Stinkweed Imps at us. Oddly not did on the crackback, which is a bummer. We can't block here. We cannot block here, unfortunately. That's perfect. That's exactly what we want. We now have the life gain to chump with a bunch of 2/2s. Took its dear sweet time figuring it out, but our deck figured it out. Get up to 5. They can't Nature's Claim anything to wreak havoc on us. They can't attack. Next turn we get a Soul Warden out because we attack with everything. And that wraps up the game exactly how we need to. Squadron Hawk is such a great card like that. Our opponent blocks everything. We will Windbrisk Heights here. And now we have even more life gain to mess around with. And another creature for the worship. There's no way we lose this. They will take one, be able to keep one of the Stinkweed Imps up, which is fine with us. We'll get through it next turn. We'll go up to 8 here. And we've kind of gotten things back in our favor. Doesn't really matter what we draw at this point. They would need an answer for the Runed Halo. And there's... And that would have gotten there. Great way to win our first round of this league. Very happy with how that shaped up. See you in the next one.